First of all, I would like to congratulate vocalist Coco Jones. In reality, she is engaged to Donovan Mitchell, a well-known basketball player. All right? Donovan Mitchell, who plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, agreed to a $150 million 3-year deal extension. All right? I mean, there are just some extra small touches, but Coco really did nab herself a decent one. Donovan also strikes me as a decent man. According to people, they were dating for 2 years, so their relationship has been very low-key. Many people were unaware that they were truly together, but I had a vague idea as I remembered seeing them during Usher's concert, where Coco appeared to be attempting to avoid being recognized. Additionally, she was asked about it on Club Shay.
Rumor that was going on about you and Donovan Mitchell.
What rumor?
I mean, y'all showed up at the car. I mean, you said it wasn't nothing, but I think it's odd holding hands, dressed alike, going to the Usher concert. I'm just saying, it could have been innocent.
You know what? I love the internet because they definitely clock my tea. I love that, you know? That's little spies everywhere. I feel like I'm in like a detective movie. But you know what? I'm happy, and I will say my music is the outlet that I use to tell most of my stories and my truth. And some things I keep for myself because this is my life too. But yeah. Secrecy is not what I prefer. I don't want to ever feel like I have to be somebody's secret. I don't want to make anybody feel like they're mine. I think for me, I'm trying to protect myself.
Right.
And I'm trying to protect, my family and whoever I love. And so, yeah, I am more private. Also, I just feel like I give so much.
Right.
I work so hard, and I will always do my part on the business side, on the Coco side, on the singing side, on the acting side. So why do I also have to give y'all, something that is sacred to me when I give so much on that side, Yeah. I just feel like it has to be balanced. Otherwise, it's not fair. Then what do I get from me?
Right.
Coco's response to that pleased me, and I also appreciate that she and Donovan kept their relationship quiet. They clearly had a purpose when they were dating, since they could simply come out together and be seen everywhere and it wouldn't be an issue. They weren't dating to garner attention. They chose to keep things confidential, even though it wouldn't be. Additionally, it's a flex that they announced their engagement to start their relationship out strong. And shortly after, Coco concluded her sold-out tour for her album, Why Not? More, Donovan asked her to marry him. By the way, I heard her trip was excellent. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go to the shows, but I heard they were fantastic. Nevertheless, I'm just happy to see 2 positive Black people get married. I'd want to see more of it. It's fantastic in my opinion. Additionally, I sincerely hope that Coco and Donovan succeed. I'm very pleased for them. Additionally, I thought it was fantastic to see that Ciara and Russell Wilson had actually assisted Donovan and Coco in organizing their engagement. Ciara and I are so happy for you 2 lovebirds, Russell Wilson remarked. We appreciate you letting us arrange this with West to East Lux Spa. Russell and Ciara are out there, getting folks married. In fact, they assisted singer Normani and her NFL lover DK Metcalf in their engagement. Therefore, I believe it's fantastic that Russell and Ciara are assisting individuals in getting married, particularly Black couples, and that's fantastic in my opinion. I do, so kudos to Russell and Ciara. Additionally, congrats to Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones once more. I want the best for them. I'm quite pleased for them. I want to discuss Thee Stallion going public with her new NBA lover, Klay Thompson. Now that I'm talking about Thee Stallion dating him, she was initially seeing Torrey Craig, but they are no longer together. She then went on to Klay, and she shared some images of Klay in the backdrop on Instagram. And Klay posted images of them together, confirming that they were dating. Therefore, I believe this to be a decent appearance. I'm not sure how serious they are now. Though I think this partnership works, I do hope there isn't any trouble. For some reason, I believe that when an athlete and a musician come together, it only seems to work on the surface. The publicity is good. Therefore, when Megan acquired Klay, I believe she knew what she was doing. Additionally, she had several reasons for posting that pool photo, so she knew what she was doing. She first wanted her relationship with Klay Thompson to be widely known. Klay has played in the NBA for a long time. he's a more well-known and prosperous athlete. Therefore, I believe that Meghan likely thought it would look nice to be seen with him. It's also possible that she was using this to promote her new swimsuit. Thus, this served as both a distraction and a form of promotion. Given that Meghan is now involved in a legal dispute with her former cameraman, Emilio Garcia, this was a major distraction. Additionally, he charged her with failing to pay him. Additionally, he accused her of creating a hostile work atmosphere for him. Additionally, he said that during one of her girl trips, she engaged in sexual activity in front of him in a moving vehicle. And he asserted that as a homosexual guy, it was awkward for him to observe. And after the encounter, she reportedly hounded him and threatened him. Thus, these were somewhat outrageous claims. The court is permitting the case to proceed despite Meghan and her legal team's public claims that these accusations were untrue and their attempts to get the lawsuit dismissed. Therefore, this isn't exactly Meghan's finest publicity at the moment. As a result, it's not surprising that her and Klay Thompson's public appearance somewhat obscured what was actually happening behind the scenes. And apparently, there was some Meghan and Glorilla tea spilled in the Asian doll and Cuban doll feud. More reported tea that was spilled. The rapper Asian Doll, Meghan's purported acquaintance. It's really telling another rapper named Cuban Doll some claimed gossip about Meghan. Now, when they had a falling out, Cuban Doll got online and began exposing Asians. Once more, Asian Doll and Cuban Doll have been friends for a number of years. Why they are still friends at this point is beyond me. Simply doesn't make sense. Meghan has never in her life come on the internet and had your back, and she actually helped JT and took you off her song. Mama, Cuban Doll stated, but this is all claimed. Additionally, you treat everyone like a dog. B. You were just discussing Meghan's claims that she was receiving head, effing them, flying bees in, and doing other strange things while traveling. Doesn't this sort of make you consider what Emilio said she said, and you mentioned that Meghan requested a threesome and didn't like glow over her ex? Say I'm lying, B. Now, if this is accurate, it supports the notion that Meghan and Glorilla do, in fact, have a falling out. Additionally, some individuals are conjecturing that they could have split up months ago. She also said in a tweet that she detests girls who behave clumsily around men. We don't know who she could have been referring to. But if Cuban Doll's statement is accurate, Meghan might have been the subject of her conversation. The issue now is, who are Meghan and Glorilla fighting with? Who might that be? According to others, Moneybag Meghan's ex is no longer involved. Hey, but I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. Others said it was because of Meghan's former party. Additionally, I don't think that. However, the tale itself is somewhat disorganized. Additionally, I believe Meghan needed a good diversion. That's why she came out with Klay Thompson's assertion that the current generation of Thompson has any superstars. Moving forward, I would want to discuss this in brief. In an interview with British Vogue, the artist Doechii stated that there isn't a true superstar of this generation. There hasn't been enough time, so we really don't have a superstar of this generation just yet, she stated. I'm simply trying to understand what a true superstar looks like, and what it takes to become one when I look at modern culture these days. I don't know. I'm still working things out. I didn't give it much attention, but I found this comment intriguing. In fact, many of the current generation of superstars have been in the business for more than 10 years. They would therefore be regarded as millennial superstars rather than Gen Z superstars in the traditional sense. However, given that certain musicians have had significant breakthroughs, I believe Billie Eilish to be the most reliable superstar of our generation. Although they had a few significant breakthroughs, their success was short-lived. Do you understand? After some time, they sort of dropped off. Therefore, I believe Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish have been rather reliable. Additionally, there are a few others, but I don't believe we've seen a black superstar of this age yet. SZA is the closest, in my opinion, but you understand that she is a millennial. Thus, SZA is from a distinct social class. Dolce has some promise, but she needs to release hit songs on a regular basis. Although she has succeeded in this generation, Tyla, a woman of color, struggles with consistency. She has released a new song titled Is It?, but has kind of fallen off since her blockbuster song Water. Additionally, I believe that song has the makings of a hit. However, she and her group must put in a lot of effort for this one. They must spread the word about it everywhere because it will fail in the current music period. Getting a major hit and becoming a superstar are extremely difficult tasks. Nowadays, people are more interested in streamers than in real musicians. The streamers are undoubtedly earning more money after all. Therefore, it seems to me that the superstar era is a little dead. Superstars like that don't seem to pique people's attention. I believe that most individuals aren't interested in it unless they work in the K-pop business. All that matters to them is if the artist creates music they enjoy. Therefore, I believe that creating quality music and satisfying their audience should be the main priorities for musicians like Doi and others. They won't make a mistake if they do it. In any case, please share your thoughts about this video in the comments section below. If you care, kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.